Hi everyone, out today again. Today, just a bit of an experiment really. I'm going to cook a loaf of bread. You know, another one in the bread series. But I'm going to make a tin loaf, you know, like a farmhouse tin, and I'll cook it in my my camp oven. I've made one. I've got a door that fits on that. I'll show you all about that a bit later on. But we're going to cook a loaf of bread in there. Bit of experiment, bit of a laugh out in the woods. So let's go on. Okay, standard drill for making bread. Come out of the way, come on, there. Mixing bowl, 500 grams of strong flour, 7 grams of yeast. Now, last time I said you have to activate this, but actually you don't. I've since learnt this sort of dried baker's yeast that you can buy in sachets. You can just put it in as is, like so. Just make sure you mix it up with all the other dry ingredients, so that come out of the way with it, so that it doesn't clump. And about a teaspoon of salt, about yay much. As I say, I like sea salt, so I just grind that up a little bit more so it mixes in a bit better. And put that in. Next thing we do, just the old spoon, mix all those dry ingredients together, and then once you've done that, add some water. I've got a 16 centimetre zebra billy can here to use as a mixing bowl, but then we'll add up to 350 mils of tepid water. So pretty standard bread recipe. Let me get some water out. Come out. Whippets appear to like flour. I'll just cool that down because I know it was hot. That's perfect. Now you add the water, mix the bread so that the bread starts to, or the dough starts to come together. Mix that around a bit. Come out. Mix it around a bit. And I brought a chopping board along to knead this bread on, because it will need kneading. Right. Got a feel of that. That's about right. So I'll get in there with my hands with a bit of a knead in the pot, and then I can pull it out and get it onto a chopping board. My buddy Tony with me today, you can hear him in the background keeping the fire going. But where are you? So curious, these dogs. Alright, I'll take this out of the pot and transfer it onto a chopping board for kneading. I know I said 500 grams of flour. That volumetric measurement would be around 3 cups. Just for your information. This stool and chopping board is working really well, giving a base to knead this dough on. As I say, just out for some fun today, just to experiment and have a look. I mean, this kind of thing is more your base camp type of thing. I know all the other breads that I've done so far have been strictly sort of campfire based, which I suppose the rest of the series will be, but I suppose it's just a demonstration of what you can do with a bit of an old tin can and some flour. I start to get there now. You can see it start to take a smooth consistency. I'll probably give that another few minutes kneading, and then I'll pop it next to the fire to prove. Lovely dough. I'll just put a little oil and wipe that around the inside of the pot here. Wipe it around the inside of the pot to help the loaf not stick to the pot when it's proving. It'll just stick to the walls or the side of the pot. That's all the, pretty much all the dough has been taken off when I was mixing this. Clean pot. So there we go, like so, and we'll see how much that rises. Well, it's been about an hour, and we'll have a look at this dough now to see how she's going. Oh yes, look at that. Look at that, that's risen up lovely. So I'll take that out of there now, pop it in the loaf tin, and we'll chuck it in the oven. Oh yes, that lovely. Pop that in there. I'll just stick it by the fire, I think, just to give it a second proof. Down there, like so. Let's see inside. Yeah. Just let that rise again. I don't know if you can see in the fire now, but here, these are my trivet stands that I made, I've shown in previous videos. I made another one, so I've now got a set of 4 and arranged those so that the top section provides a kind of a V shape. That will provide the support for the oven, like so, or the tin oven like that. I've got a little trivet stand that will sit inside as a to keep the loaf off the bottom of the can, and if I can find the door for it, so there. Yeah, I've just made this small door arrangement. 2 little lugs have cut out here, and 2 rebaited sections on here on the door, and that will just sit on the front like that. There we go, that's our oven. So as soon as it's had a second rising, I'll pop the loaf in there and we'll see how we do. Look at that, she looks like she's about there now, so I'm going to pop the door on. I'll stoke this fire up now, and leave that for about 45 minutes. Right, we're at the sort of halfway mark. Let's have a quick look. Oh ho, look at that. Lovely. Right, here we go for the big reveal. It's been in the oven for about 45 minutes. We started off with a good roaring fire, let that burn down, and then about 10 minutes from the end stoked it up good and high to brown it off again, and Ta-da! Oh, caught a bit at the back, but that looks all right. Oh, take it out. Oh, it has caught a little bit. Not too bad. Oh, yes, sounds done. Oh. Lovely. Oh, still very warm. Put him down there to cool off a bit. Well, there we go. I think that's quite a result. As I say, it's caught a bit at the back, but it's a learning curve. The next one will either turn it halfway through or move out of the way, Winnie, or alter the fire slightly. So we'll give it a cut and see what. Ooh, look at that! See what we've got inside. Ooh. Let's have a look. That's quite doughy. It should be left to cool, really. That's still hot, but. So, can you bake a loaf of bread in a tin can on a fire? Yes, you can. If you like what you see, please subscribe, comment. Well, it's popular with the dogs. Please subscribe, comment, and we'll be back with more. This is the loaf I baked earlier out in the woods on the tin can, in the tin can oven. Obviously, when I cut it first time, it was straight out of the oven, and it had a doughy appearance. It's now completely cooled. I brought it home, obviously, and I'll cut it again, so we'll have a look at the crumb of this loaf and see how it baked. Oh yes, lovely. Look at that. Perfect. Nice, soft, white, completely cooked. Excellent. So I think, the burnt end isn't too bad actually, but I think next time I'll just keep the fire more central in the oven, and away we go. That's actually that's a nice loaf of bread. Look at that. Look at that crumb. Okay, job done.